Welcome everyone to the second episode of All About Tennis. This is a tennis podcast, an initiative of Unified Tennis Philippines. And today we have a very special guest, no other than the first Filipino Grand Slam champion. He also finished the NCAA All American in 2015, former number 14 in the World ITF Juniors, Davis Cup team member since 2009, and just recently he won the 2019 Southeast Asian Games gold medal in doubles together with his partner Jason Patrombon. But our guest today is no other than Francis Casey Alcantara. We call him Niño. Niño, welcome to All About Tennis.
Hi, Grants. Thanks for inviting me here in All About Tennis. I think it's this perfect time to get to talk about tennis more because of the situation we're having right now, and I'm very thankful na invite mo ako dito. So.
Thank you, Nins, for giving time. And our first guest in the first episode was your teammate, the Tret Yui, and the purpose of this show at this time is really to also keep the tennis community, give them a little bit entertainment, the Philippine tennis community, and to maybe help them in their time at home, a little entertainment for them, and also to know a lot more of our tennis players and anything. That's why it's called All About Tennis. Nins, so my first question for you is, kamusta pala ang lockdown ngayon habang nasa quarantine ka?
I just started the third week now, so parang sobrang bored na talaga. Like, dito lang ako sa bahay, and I'm just, watching videos, watching Netflix, and doing some workout on the side. And it's been tough, especially sa, yung life ko na every week na nagta-travel, nag-compete, and everyday nag-training. So, parang it's different, very different now from like my usual routine. So
actually napakahirap talaga. I know it's so hard. But ako sometimes for me, I mean it's also very difficult. That's why nga ito na rin nakapag we're able to put up this tennis podcast suddenly, di ba?
Exactly.
Suddenly easily I'm thinking I'm saving at least mga maybe 4 hours a day sa traffic kasi wala nang traffic ngayon eh. Although I still get to do some work at home, but just the traffic, the savings in the sa traffic, siguro ito yung time na binibigay ko dito sa podcast.
Regarding the traffic, nami-miss din natin yung traffic in a way kahit ganun kasama sa Philippines, di ba?
I know. Pero at least ngayon nakikita rin natin yung parang dami natin nakikita sa Facebook or sa social media na parang nag-heal daw yung earth while everyone is on lockdown, everyone is at home.
That's good.
So,
that's good.
So maybe it's also true. Another question for you, Nins, is I know you came from Qatar. You played an ITF tournament there before all of this COVID crisis happened. When were you in Qatar? Tell us about your tournament there.
So I was in Qatar after Davis Cup. So we played Davis Cup Friday, Saturday, and then the next day, Sunday, I flew to Qatar, played a tournament on Tuesday, and then I won, and then had a day off on Wednesday. Tapos nung Thursday, like, I think I saw in the news na President Duterte, sorry, this is not Corona though. Si President Duterte nag-impose na ng travel bans. And I got a little bit scared na baka maabutan ako ng travel ban while I was in Qatar. So my partner and I decided na we'll withdraw last minute and like fly to our homes because I was playing with Wishaya Rongcharoenchaiko from Thailand. And we decided na let's just withdraw from this tournament and maybe let's just go home right then and there because we didn't want to get stuck in Qatar.
So what round was that, Nins?
That was quarterfinals.
Quarterfinals.
Yeah, so after kami nag-withdraw, like an hour after, they canceled the whole tournament. So, you know,
Okay.
naunahan na lang namin sila na nag-withdraw kami. But then, yeah, even though naglaro kami, like they had to stop all the matches, mid-matches, kasi they have to cancel everything now. So,
Did the referee try to stop you not to go home? And, you know, usually
no,
pag
but
mga ganun, sinasabi ng referee, we might fine you.
wala naman sinabi kasi like they know the situation, and I think during that time na nag-withdraw ako, like ITF was having their meetings na kasi ATP and WTA, they already like imposed the yung cancellation of tournaments, and yung ITF lang na late lang for like a few days, and yun nga, that like 30-40 minutes after ako kami nag-withdraw, kinancel na yung matches.
Okay. So yung, as I remember during that time when you were there, parang dumadami yung nagiging cases ng may COVID-19 doon sa Qatar, di ba? So,
Yeah.
kamusta yung atmosphere doon?
Well, when I got there, parang yun yung last flight from Manila. And then 2 hours after, kinancel na nila yung flights coming in and out from Manila. So, nung Philippine Airlines. And then,
Okay.
luckily, nakapasok nga ako, and Jed Olivares was supposed to be there with me. And
Okay.
then, hindi na siya umabot. So, hindi na siya pinaalis ng parents niya kasi nga the situation. And yun nga, like, when I got there, parang 3 or 4 cases pa lang. And then after few days, naging 240 na or something. So, it was kind of scary, but I don't know kung saan galing yung saan galing yung mga tao and saan sila nanggaling or saan sila na quarantine that time. But, you know, like, you never know. Qatar is a very small country, and kakatakot na din.
And so when exactly did you go home from Qatar?
Like Friday at 2 a.m. So, nag-withdraw kami like
What day was it?
sorry. March 14, I think. 14 or
Okay.
15. So,
And as I understand, di ba yung time na yun, kinancel na yung mga flights coming from Manila, hindi na nila
yung Philippine
tinatanggap
Airlines.
sa Qatar. Yung Philippine Airlines.
Philippine Airlines. Pero I took the Qatar Airways. So because I had to book a ticket na, so sayang yung pauwi ko na Philippine Airlines kasi na-cancel. And I don't know if hindi na pwedeng i-rebook. So I have to buy a new flight para lang makauwi. So I took Qatar Airways that time para makauwi lang.
Okay.
So parang sayang yung pamasahe ko, and I didn't get points and prize money and effort to go there. Like after Davis Cup, lipat kaagad ako sa Qatar. You know, parang kung alam ko lang sana hindi na ako pumunta ng Qatar if ganun yung.
Oo nga. And I remember you, that was right after the Davis Cup versus Greece. And I remember you were so happy that you were able to ride that last flight going to Qatar.
Exactly. I posted
Dapat
something.
Dapat pala hindi ka na nakasakay, ano?
Kaya sana hindi na ako nakasakay pala. Pero, ganun talaga. You never know.
Yeah. Nins, what are you doing to stay in shape during this time?
I've been doing lots of push-ups and sit-ups lang, and there's luckily my stairs sa baba, so I just go up and down the stairs a lot, and some like swinging forehands, backhands.
Okay. When you say a lot, like how many floors and how many times
so
do you
yung
actually
stairs
do it?
is probably like mga 15 steps, so I do it like 20 minutes of those non-stop. Okay. 20 minutes.
No, because this is very important. Maraming mga junior players, mga parents and coaches are very curious. So,
okay.
You know.
I think I'll post the stairs and then I'll show you guys how it's done. Pero like, you know, it's up and down lang for like 20 minutes, and that's a good workout na there, leg workout.
How many floors is that, Nins?
No, ano lang siya, apartment lang. I'm staying in an apartment lang.
Okay,
So,
okay.
I wish it was a condo para mas mataas, pero
Kala ko nga condo eh.
Mas masarap sana doon. So,
how are you now? Ano bang pinagagawa mo aside from doing your
Um,
exercise? Sino ba ang designated na mag-shop? Yeah, usually, 'di ba, all the houses now, only
yeah.
one person
I
can
ako
shop.
ako
Ikaw,
I have to go to Pure Gold and line up and grab his. I went to SM one day sa SM Bikutan because I live in Parañaque. I went there. Tapos grabe yung pila, parang may audition sa Pinoy Big Brother, like
talaga.
hanggang labas yung pila ng SM. So I was
And
like, I turned around and pumunta na lang ako ng Pure Gold, hindi mas mahaba yung pila doon.
okay, when you
So,
say mahaba, like let's say you went to Pure Gold now, how
yeah.
long was it? How long was the line?
Mm,
But I mean, before
the
you
wait,
got
how
in
long was the
there,
wait?
yeah, how
Yeah.
long was the wait?
So mga 30 minutes wait sa Pure Gold.
That's not so bad. I mean,
Yeah. Compared to
I
SM, I think that was 2, 3, 4 hours for sure.
I have some friends in sa Valle Verde area. I don't know, some of them 4 or 5 hours waiting in
Grabe.
line sa SM din in that area.
Yeah. Well, at least they're imposing the yung social distancing talaga, which is good.
Nins, who are you with during this lockdown?
My girlfriend is here, so luckily may kasama ako. Hindi
Nice.
masyadong boring, and may tagaluto ako, She cooks really
Okay,
well. And
that's
yeah.
good. Kala ko kasi baka ano kasi I was reading the other day si Eugenie Bouchard was sabi niya, I hope I have a boyfriend while on lockdown.
Wala na. Dami na mag-a-apply nun for sure.
Oo, unang nag-reply nga yata si Nick Kyrgios eh.
Wala na.
But your girlfriend means tama ba she's a stewardess from Philippine
Yeah,
Airlines?
she works for
Si
Philippine
Mehan,
Airlines.
right?
Yes.
So how is she affected also with this
Well, their flights
development?
were canceled na. So last March 26th, and they're just waiting for like the further notice na makabalik sila. But Pala's been asking for like volunteers for like some flights, but she didn't want to go, and I didn't want her to go. Baka you never know what's gonna happen in there. Yeah, so it's tough. It's tough. So I mean,
How
it's
about
good in a way na andito kami ngayon, magkasama kami, but yeah, we'll just make the most out of it and spend time during this quarantine because our schedules are very busy. Then like during the year, minsan lang kami nakikita, and like luckily she's here right now with me, and yeah.
that's good. Hindi naman siya affected dun sa yung mga parang 300 na mga na lay off from Philippine Airlines.
Hindi naman nasali. Good thing. So yeah.
Okay, then going back to tennis, a lot of people would like to know, how did you start playing tennis, Nins?
So I started playing tennis when I was 5 years old sa Cagayan de Oro City. Yung dad ko was a tennis player, like club player. And then my uncles, aunties, tapos yung mga cousins ko were tennis players din. So, every summer magkasama kami maglaro ng tennis sa tapat ng bahay namin, summer camps. And yun, like it was kind of like a family thing for us at first. And then parang they saw like something, the potential, blah blah blah. And then when I was like, my first tournament was like the next year when I was 6 years old, and I played against the number 1 in the Philippines. Hindi ko pa talaga makalimutan kasi it was JR Maribuhok from Bukidnon. He beat me like 6-1, 6-love in the finals though. So I made the
How
finals.
old were you then?
I was 6 years old, finals at 10 and under, and he beat me 6-1, 6-love. So I was like, oh, I want to beat this guy, yung motivation ko. And from then on, like, nagtuloy-tuloy na yung training, and luckily yung bahay namin talaga sa Cagayan was right in front of the tennis court. So almost every day andun ako sa tennis court, just watching, playing, like running around.
Okay. Means nakapunta ako dun sa Cagayan eh. And sabi nila yung pinaglaruan mo daw doon is yung sa Nazareth tennis courts,
Yes,
right?
Nazareth.
Nazareth tennis courts, tennis club, right?
Nazareth Tennis Club.
So malapit ka dyan nakatira, dyan mismo sa Nazareth
Like,
Tennis Club.
sobrang tapat, Pirans. Like, parang 30 steps away, andun na yung tennis court. Andun na ako sa tennis court.
Tapos ikaw, Nins, di ba, your favorite game, I mean, your favorite is playing doubles rather than singles. Although I know you're also very good in singles. But I know yung court dun sa Nazareth, napakabilis ng court doon eh. Do you think that helped you in your doubles game in becoming a doubles specialist?
Well, I think what helped me sa doubles was, here in the Philippines, we don't have enough courts. Wala tayong tennis courts and facilities talaga. So what made me be better in doubles, because parang every time maglalaro ako sa tennis club, I can't really play singles kasi, my club members, sobrang daming club members. And mag-aantay talaga ako until they finish or kailan sila uwi, ganun. So I have no choice but to play doubles with them, even at a young age. Para lang ako makalaro. Diba? So, yun nga, I have to play doubles, and especially in the Bisaya region, puro pustahan. So that's one more thing na parang tumulong sa akin para tumibay yung loob ko, which is the pustahan part, kasi you really have to win or else you'll pay them Coke or sandwich or whatever is there, or money. So yun talaga yung mga club members, it helped me din na sila yung mga kalaro ko, matanda na, pero at that time same level pa kami when I was a kid. So I'm very thankful for sa kanila na sinasali nila ako sa laro even though bata pa ako. And hinahasa nila ako to be mature para sa future tournaments, and luckily I did, and I grew up. So,
and there was a time dyan sa Nazareth Tennis Club, parang the barangay was trying to get the tennis courts there, right? And yung kayo, nakikita ko sa mga Facebook post mo, tsaka yung mga ibang tennis players na Roxanne Resma who also played there. Parang you guys were fighting for it. So what happened now? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Right now, there's still my case pa din. So we're still waiting for the final verdict talaga, if we can get the courts. Kasi right now, we only have 2 courts available for us. And every time we want to play sa tennis courts, we have to go to the barangay, write our names, and they'll open the courts for us. So it's very, parang sobrang hassle talaga na ginawa nila yun, especially now during the lockdown. Walang naglalaro kasi walang tao sa barangay, so they can't open the tennis courts. And right now, yung court number 1 namin, may harang, so we can't really play there. So yung available is court 2 and 3. Court 2 and 3 lang para sa players and sa members. And sa Nazareth kasi, there've been so many great talents na nanggaling dyan, June Alere, Marisu Hakutin, si Raj Hakutin, yung dad nila si Tito Dicky Hakutin. And yun nga, me, Roxanne, we've all played there, we all grew up there, and si JR Bacalares pa pala, who's also in college right now.
Even when I was 12, 13 years old, I remember merong Pimentel Cup in Cagayan de Oro. Pimentel Puma Cup yun eh. And ako, Francesca Lao, we played there, mga taga Manila, sila Wally De Jesus, sina Frederick Morgan. And I remember that was one of the courts also that we played in. And dyan ko na rin nakita sina Kamoy Palahang when they played the Pimentel Cup. And I remember, so even kaming mga taga Manila, nakinabang din dun sa court na yun several times. We played on those courts in Cagayan de Oro. But at least I'm happy to know that at this time, yung court is still a tennis court. And there was a time kasi sasarado na talaga, di ba?
Yeah, may demolition na, may parang plan na talaga sila na gagawin parang new office for the barangay. And good thing, thanks to our Mayor Oka, for not giving up on us, and for giving us a chance na we can produce more tennis players and future champions there sa Nazareth Tennis Club. So Very thankful.
That's good. That's good to know. Means going back to yung tennis, we talk about the tennis surface. What's your favorite tennis surface in when
Ooh,
playing?
I love grass.
You love
So
grass.
yeah, when I played so Wimbledon in 2009 and 2010, I was like the best experience of my life in playing tennis talaga. Like kasi nakikita ko lang yung Wimbledon dati on TV, like on
Mm-hmm.
videos, and going there sa Wimbledon, like I think it's my favorite tournament then, besides Australian Open of course, where I
Mm-hmm.
won. Parang pumasok lang ako sa Wimbledon, I was getting goosebumps na. Like nung nasa tunnel pa lang ako naglalakad papunta sa courts. It was a very crazy experience for
But
me.
okay, is grass your favorite surface, or it's your favorite because it's Wimbledon?
No, I think it's my favorite kasi like for me, I love serve and volleying. I love coming into the net, and like the ball bounces perfect sa height ko lang, like dito lang, hindi siya tumataas or like
Mm-hmm.
nagano, and it's very fast courts talaga. So I like playing on grass and I like diving too. So
Nice.
and of course like yung fast hard courts then I really love playing in those too. Kasi yung gusto ko mabilis na courts talaga.
Okay. And how was your results there? When was the last time you played there? What year?
2010, I think I got into third round. Yeah, sa
Third round of
singles and then
Wimbledon.
quarters sa doubles or third round sa doubles. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, how about your? So I guess your that's your favorite tournament. Then must be the best venue you played in, also, right?
Yeah. For sure, for sure. Like
Ano ba na? Ano ba, parang nagka
um
goosebumps ka ba when you
sobra.
first time you entered Wimbledon?
Like first time I entered, first time I practiced, first time yung sa match ko, like I lost 6-1 first set sa match. 6-1
Okay.
that fast in like 20 minutes. 6-1. Still like I was still shocked I'm here na. Just,
Mm-hmm.
kita ko nga lang sa TV, and then I nag-regroup ako, like focused, and then I won 6-1 the next set, and then third set I remember parang I was down 5-1 na. So I told myself na just fight, and then just like keep playing, keep playing. Tapos yun nga, nanalo ako 11-9 in the third set. My first round match.
Your first round match.
Yeah, 11-9. I
So
was I was down 5-1 and then
11-9.
11-9.
So sa juniors din, hindi rin sila nagta-tie break.
Walang tie
So
break pag Grand
wow,
Slams, yeah. So
nice.
before, pero I think now tie break na ata.
Mm.
Binalik na nila.
Okay, but I'm sure it's also nice to experience. Biro mo, magsi 6 all kayo, 7 all,
Yeah,
8
6 all,
all,
7
9
all.
all. So muntik na
Exactly.
kayong
So parang
mag-Eastner,
parang isang additional set pa, like yung nangyari
I
sa
know.
amin from 5-1. So that was a good experience. Like junior days are always the best. Like you get to travel everywhere. That was from
Everything is taken care
everything.
of by the host tournament.
Yeah, and at that time, luckily, I was with the ITF team.
Yes.
So all my travels were paid by the ITF team. So it was kind of big savings for me and my sponsors. Sila Mr. Chan, of course, Sir John Henry Luilier, Mr. Hilado that time. So yeah, very thankful.
Nins, how about can we ask you what's your most embarrassing moment in tennis?
Wow, embarrassing.
Kasi palagi ka lang namin nakikita na nanalo, lalo na when you play in the Philippines. Eh.
Buti
Para
nga,
naman makita rin malaman din ng mga
embarrassing.
tao ka rin.
I think when I was in juniors dati talaga, like I was very, sobrang pikon ko.
Talaga.
I break rackets. Like one time I played. I remember this. I played in Marawi. It's like it was a
Okay.
Marawi Open local tournament when I was in juniors pa. I played against my hitting partner, friend, si Toto Hoven.
Talaga.
And
Even at
yeah, I
that
think
time? Ano
yeah,
ba?
we
Kaedad
played.
mo ba si Toto?
No, it was an open, men's open.
Oh, men's
So
open.
parang I was
Okay.
like 15 lang ata or 15, 16 for I don't know. Tapos third set, and then parang he beat me like 6-1 sa third set. No,
Okay.
no. Panalo ako first set, talo ako second set. So I took a bathroom break. And then, sa Marawi, mga Maranao friends natin, like, I was in the bathroom. Tapos, anong ginagawa doon? Like, tumitingin sila. Tapos, ako, nagbabasag ako ng raketa.
Talaga?
Like, binasag ko sa CR yung raketa. Tapos, tinapon ko, ganun. So, and yun nga, natalo ako again sa third set. Then, yun ulit, pauwi na ako ng hotel, binasag ulit yung raketa. Tapos, tinapon ko. So, I think that wasn't really like the best best time for me like as a tennis player. And I was in juniors then, parang mentally very weak pa.
Ano ba yun? Was that only on that particular game o talagang ganun ka when you were younger? Kasi, I mean, obviously, I've known you for
No.
quite a while. I haven't seen you
I mean,
like this.
It was just weird kasi I don't know, like maybe too much pressure kasi I know Toto, he knows my game. So I think doon ako nainis na parang, si Toto, natalo ako, gano'n. And we practice every day. Tapos, and he knows my game. Mo. So parang naisip ko, parang, sige na lang. And I don't know, but like, I wouldn't do it now again, for sure. Kasi like, yun nga, na-realize ko he's my friend. And it's just a game, like, listen, kahit matalo ka, okay, then fight for next week. Kaya madami namang tournaments eh. And yun nga, I think I was just that time na parang I don't know what ano yung pumasok sa utak ko noon that time. So
okay, Nin. So yun yung most embarrassing mo. How about
and then one more thing. I think meron pa isa. I was in college.
Okay.
So this is not embarrassing pero parang kawawa ako nito kasi my partner, it was a doubles practice with my teammates in Pepperdine. So partner kita return. So, tumama sa net, umangat.
Okay.
So, my teammate, yung nag-serve, nag-rush. So, i-smash niya. Tapos ako, nasa net ako.
Okay.
And I was like, standing na lang. Hindi na ako gumalaw kasi wala patay na yung bola eh. And buti gumanon ako, natamaan ako dito sa ulo.
Oh, wow. Straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight. Tapos alam niyo yung ginawa ko? It was practice, like, andun lahat yung coaches, like, teammates ko. And then, ang ginawa ko, I grabbed my bag and went back to my dorm.
Really?
Didn't say a word, but bala ka dyan. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So ano sabi nung nakatama sa'yo?
I would say sorry, and I just didn't want to deal with it that time. So I was like, went back to the dorms, and had to go to class then after that. So showered and then.
Inayos mo ba yung head mo?
Yeah, actually may bukol nga nun eh. So I think the next that night inayos ko, and the next day I was fine na. So I just said sorry, and that's part of tennis. But come on. Nasa harapan na, it was practice, just put it away somewhere else.
Yeah.
Bakit tinamaan mo pa ako? Oh well.
Siguro palagi mong tinatalo yun, kaya gano'n.
Baka pa.
Tsaka pag naglalaro ka kasi, pag ikaw kalaban, nakakainis ka kalaban eh. I mean, you play around with your opponent. So, siguro nung may chance siya.
May chance.
Binuhos niya yung galit.
Gumawi na. Patay. Ay, nako.
Okay, Nick. So this time naman, I want to ask you, what's your favorite win?
My favorite win so far, it's got to be SEA Games, I think. For me.
SEA Games? Really?
Yeah. I mean,
better than the Australian Open?
Oh, those two for sure.
Okay,
pero, like, those two. Pero I think for now, kasi you said for now, so I think SEA Games,
Well, SEA Games is always special, yes.
Yeah, I played with Threat in 2015. We got bronze lang. Played with Ruben in 2017. We got silver. And I played with Jason last year and we got gold. So I think, we were just very lucky. We were underdogs then, so coming in the tournament. And it was just very lucky for us na we got the win, and it wasn't expected for us. I mean, people weren't expecting us to win that tournament, and parang blessing lang talaga for us.
Blessing lang talaga.
And and one thing was parang no pressure na kami kasi ni Jason during that time kasi we know na we were gonna get silver anyways. So
yeah, parang all Filipino
all
finals na, di
Filipino
ba?
finals. So that's all we wanted naman talaga na for the Philippines to get the gold and going to the tournament and going to the final day. Alam naman natin and you were there too. Nakita nyo na
Yeah.
win na talaga to sa Philippines. So, you know.
Yeah. I was telling Atrete, I watched that match. I mean, I was there every day during the Southeast Asian Games in
Exactly.
Manila, and it's always my favorite event. And since I was there also 2005, I was the tournament director.
I was there in
And,
2005 too.
yeah, I was the
I
tournament
was
director
watching you guys.
then.
Yeah.
And in 1991, I was
Wow.
18 years old. I watched that too when Felix Barrientos was won three golds at that time. And so every time na talaga mga SEA Games talagang pinapanood ko, kaya kita pansin mo, 'di ba, araw-araw ako doon cheering
Yeah.
for you guys. And eventually nag-finals nga all Filipinos sa doubles, and I was just so happy and I wasn't cheering for anyone, but I cheered
Yeah.
a lot since ang daming mga magagandang points.
Yeah, even though like, diba, like
So
I couldn't
take us
even
back
hear
to that
people
game,
cheering.
Nins.
I don't know. Like I just remember the last point na, like, you know, I hit a return, Jason poach, and that was it. That's all I can remember for now. Like I know we had some good points there, pero like yung last point lang talaga yung nagtatak kasi like that was like the moment na we knew talaga na we just won. So.
Yeah, and to be able to contribute to the gold medal tally of the Philippines,
exactly.
Finishing #1 in the SEA Games, diba? That's really something special.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like especially like knowing Tret and Ruben, they hate losing as well. Like so, parang, you know, it was.
Oh yes, of course.
It was parang good and bad at the same time for us, you know, like because we're like they're like our kuyas. They're like, you know, we look up to them, and you know, there's only one team lang talaga na manalo. So I mean, it's tough. It was tough, but we'll take it.
Hindi, galing. Sobrang galing that doubles match, and congratulations again on that win. Means usually when you're playing a game, anong mindset mo? How do you approach a particular game?
For me,
iba-iba ba siya o pare-pareho?
No, for me same lang talaga. Like ito yung sabi ng college coach ko kasi like when I'm grunting when I'm playing, okay, sobrang ganda ng palo ko daw. Pero when I'm quiet, like everything goes down. So, you know, that's why like nakita mo like in my games, like I'm very like intense and I'm like pumping up, like come on, let's go. Ganun talaga kasi, you know, yung energy ko like dapat sobrang high talaga compared to like, you know, like ganun relax lang ako. Palo lang, ganun. Parang walang nangyayari sa laro ko daw. So, you know, yun lang yung mindset ko lang talaga. Like, especially on the returns, I have to grunt, kaysa mag-return ka ng pogi nga, pero, you know, hindi naman pumapasok, ganun lang. Pero when you grunt, parang nakakatulong kasi yung grunt in a way. Like, for me, and that's what my coach like thought about my game. So, you know, like simple small things lang talaga, but it helps a lot. So
Nins, I've seen you play a lot of big games, you know, mga Davis Cup match, mga yung huling Southeast Asian Games, gold medal game against Sinatret Huey. It seems like yung mga special games na yun, it seems like you play a lot better. Why is it?
I don't know. I think I love playing with the crowd. So, you know, when the energy of the crowd is there, like I get like so motivated, so pumped, and I just don't want to lose in front of them, especially here in the Philippines, you know, like I've played some big matches, you know, remember yung Davis Cup natin sa Cebu against New Zealand?
Yes.
That was a crazy
Uh,
tie, like, and we beat Tret and I beat two top 100 guys then, and I was still in college, so that was a very big win for us to
I know. Go
to
ahead. Go
get
ahead.
us. That was a big win for us to get us back into like the tie, and then luckily Ruben won the next game, so it was 2-all, and anything can happen there. And yun nga, like 2-all, we were up 2-0, and then si Ted naglaro, but we just couldn't pull it off talaga. Pero sayang, pero he never. Ganun talaga yung game.
This is
And
your
and we finished at like 3 a.m. there. Grabe yun. Intense.
intense talaga yun, di ba?
Oh, yeah.
Nins, can you see this picture? Ito
Yep.
yung
The SEA
awarding
Games.
ceremony during the Southeast Asian Games.
Mm-hmm.
Ano yung feeling niyan when you got the gold and they played the national anthem?
Oh, like amazing yung feeling talaga, like, hindi pa nag-sink in sa akin dyan, and then parang few moments after when like yun nga yung bumaba na kami, like I hugged my mom and we just cried and didn't say a word to each other. So that was something na I don't know, for me it was very emotional. All the hard work paid off na talaga, and giving a gold for the country was like giving a SEA Games gold for my country, like was one of my talaga goals talaga for my
Tsaka
tennis.
napansin ko rin dito, Nins, I mean, during, especially yung mga first few games nyo, mixed doubles and even yung men's doubles, parang hindi pa ganun ka-zone yung game mo nun no? Yung mga earlier
Yeah.
rounds. Pansin ko lang, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh yeah,
And sabi ko nga paano kaya pagdating sa finals? That's why nga I asked you earlier. Parang it seems like pagdating dun sa mga bigger games, you have siguro nandoon din sa yung parang tinatawag na tunnel vision na yung mga
yeah, for
important
sure.
games
Like
na ganon.
important,
Parang
important.
you always seems to to play better. I mean, yung mga doubles nyo with yung mga doubles nyo with Johnny Arcilla, when you guys won in the ITF men's in PCA,
Mm-hmm.
and yung mga
Then
Davis Cup na sinabi ko. Yeah, yun lang ang napansin ko when I was watching this
yeah,
particular
it's
game.
like it's ano talaga, like focus lang talaga, and like with the grunting, like for me, I think yung focus is the main thing na kailangan sa doubles, kasi doubles is a very fast game talaga. Like once you blink, wala na, tapos na yung set. Once you blink,
Mm-hmm.
tapos na yung match. Especially now, it's sudden death, and final set is super tie break, so you can't let go like for 1, 2, 3 points talaga. You have to be like focused like throughout the match and not give
Mm-hmm.
like a single point to your opponent, kasi baka mabuhayan yan sila and you never know what's coming.
Yeah, Nins, going back, as I mentioned earlier, those big games, you have the tendency to play really well. And one in 2016, together with Cebuana Luwilier, si John Henry, we organized the ATP Challenger, and
Oh yeah.
we gave you a wild card together with Christopher Rungkat, and you guys played amazing there. You beat so many good players.
Yeah.
It was your first challenger, as I
First
understand,
challenger.
and you played really well there, di ba?
Oh yeah.
What can you say during that tournament, and
So
how did you do it?
this was my third professional tournament. So the year before, in October, November, John Henry had a futures tournament, which Johnny and I won one, and then we semi in the other one. And like this is my third professional tournament here in the Philippines. I mean, internationally. Luckily na dito sa Philippines, and I got a wild card thanks to Cebuana Liwilier. And parang Chris and I we're very good friends, and then he asked me like a few days before na if we can get a wild card together. I was just practicing here in Manila, and I asked Sir John Henry, and thankfully you guys gave us the wild card, and it ended up as like racing the second place trophy, and We beat some good players nga, yung sino ba yung number one seeds, I think we beat them. And then
The Davis Copper, sina
Davis Copper from
Udinelli
Switzerland,
from
Chudinelli
Switzerland.
and Lucas Laco.
Yes, Lucas
From
Laco.
yeah,
Then the second round, who did you beat?
I forgot their names.
But
Yung
I mean, big
six
name. I
footer,
mean,
yeah.
it's
Big,
a $75,000 challenger. So,
yeah, and they all came
um,
from Bangkok pa, like even Mikael Yuzny was there. He won the singles, so
yeah,
he was top
it
10 in
was
the
the
world.
biggest men's tournament that the Philippines hosted, and it was called the Philippine Open. Then,
Yeah.
the last ATP Challenger that was or ATP event that was held in Manila was something like almost 20 years before.
Yeah, well,
So we were so happy that at that time that John supported the event. And take us back, Nins, in this photo here. Sino ba itong mga
uh,
kasama natin dito? Ito yung
um,
nakalaban yung ang lalaki, di ba?
yeah. So the
The
one next to
finals.
me is Brunstrom is from Sweden, and then the other guy next to John Henry is Nielsen. He won
Frederick
Wimbledon in
Nielsen.
2000. Frederick Nielsen. He won Wimbledon like the year or 2 years before the Challenger. So, well, they were playing so well in the finals. We couldn't do anything, but we're still very happy now. We made it to the finals.
I remember, I
And
remember.
yeah, and you guys were there too. And yeah, Chris and I, we did good job there for like that week, and we played actually a lot of tournaments that year. Then, so thankful for Chris. He messaged me and he trusted me to be his partner during the Challenger. And congrats to him actually, because he just got married in January.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm very happy for Christopher. Vamos, papi!
So how is since you mentioned Christopher Rungkat, again he won the mixed doubles in the Southeast Asian Games, but of course before that, di ba nanalo siya nung mixed doubles sa Asian Games.
Yes, yeah.
And you have you're younger than Christopher Rungkat, but it seems like parang halos pareho yung career nyo. He also won junior Grand
French
Slam in the
Open.
French Open, and ikaw naman Australian Open junior Grand Slam yung napanalo mo. What can you say with the game of Rungkat compared to yours?
I'm very happy now I get to be friends with him. I get to learn a lot from Chris. Like he's a very good doubles player. He has unreal returns. Like he volleys well. And like the small things, he just like, very, very patient siya during the match, and he knows what to do to win. And Chris is like top 100 now in the world right now in doubles. So I mean that's my goal talaga to be in that level and to play in the Grand Slams in the future. So with the help of Cebuana Luilier and John Henry, I'm very thankful na I can still pursue this dream of mine to be the best that I can be and to be in the top 100 hopefully in the future. So
Grabe rin, So these are your sponsors, Nins, I can see in your shirt, Cebuana Cebuana Luilier
Cebuana
Sports
Luilier,
and
Under
Under
Armour.
Armour. And I
Yep.
remember one of the products of Cebuana. Then you used to be their model, di ba? Yung Fighten.
Oh yeah, Fighten,
I
yeah.
remember. And I mean, ang tagal na nun. When was that? What year was that when
2009.
you won the Australian
2009.
Open? 2009. So even before 2009, before you became a Grand Slam champion in doubles, you were already being supported by John Luilier. And do you mean up to this time,
Yeah, I know.
sinusuportahan ka pa rin niya?
Grabe. Like
That's like
unbelievable.
going 11 years now.
Yes, sir.
And I mean, what can you say about that kind of support? And maybe how can the others emulate what Cebuana is doing for the sport of tennis? How much do you guys need it?
I mean, for us, like tennis here in the Philippines is very, it's very poor. like it's very hard to play the sport because it's an expensive sport and you need to be in like tennis clubs. You have to pay your balls, rackets, court fees, ball boys, everything. So it adds up. Even if it's like that, it adds up. So I'm very lucky and very fortunate talaga na John Henry is helping me out with my tennis career. Not just me and the other players as well, Ruben, Tret, and Jason. We're very happy na andyan si John Henry for our tennis, and like it's a once in a lifetime na may tao na ganito talaga na nag-support, especially with tennis. And thankfully na thank God na he's very like into tennis and all his kids are into tennis. And I was actually with his son in Cambodia like a few weeks ago. I was with Seb.
Oh wow.
I went with him there. He played a junior tournament because my tournament in China was canceled because of the virus. So I was like, I offered myself. Like I was in Thailand with Miss Bea, and she was looking for like someone to accompany Seb to Cambodia, and I was there
And free
watching
time
him
naman.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't free at first. That's why I said no. But then like when this virus was out, she asked me and like, oh, can you accompany Seb to Cambodia? And I said, yeah, for sure. Like my tournament is canceled in China, and it was actually in Wuhan, so I didn't want to take a risk to go to Wuhan. And
Yes.
and now like one of his son is in college in the US because of tennis, and tennis has been very good to me and to other tennis players then here in the Philippines. So we're just very lucky na John is there to support us, and he's just not like a boss to us. He's like a friend, like we get to hang out with him, we get to play tennis with him, and you get to talk to him like normally, like just like us, like talking. So
Yeah.
very thankful for that. So
That's nice. And there was also a time, Nins, I remember na you were also being sponsored by Peugeot, right?
yeah, Peugeot, of course, Mr. Santos and
That's
all these.
of course that was also a big part of
Yeah, that
your
was my start.
professional career.
Yeah. Yeah, I met them in Valle Verde one time, and like everything worked out fine, and they've helped me for like the last 4 years as well. So I'm very thankful for that as well. They started my tennis career, professional tennis career, talaga. And, I'm very thankful, and I owe them like big time. Like thankful.
And
Like,
I remember you were coached then by Carl Santa Maria, right?
yeah, it
When
was
you
my coach for like
when
a
you
few
were with
years. Yeah.
them.
Yep.
Yeah. Nins, talking about sponsors, so what racket are you using now?
I currently switched to head right now, so this is my racket, the head M
Oh,
Radical Pro.
bilis ah.
Siyempre,
Head Radical Pro.
ready
Ha?
yan.
Oh,
Radical Pro.
parang kasama mo matulog yan ah.
Wala na eh. Hindi ko na magamit sa tennis kaya dito
Head
na lang muna.
Radical
So,
Pro.
here you go guys.
That's by ano, 'di ba?
Radical. Andy Murray
Radical Pro.
uses this one.
Andy
Yeah.
Murray uses it.
And me,
And
Niño Alcantara.
head is under Dynamic Sports, right?
Dynamic Sports
They-
by Miss
it's
Liza
a-
Tang. Hello.
Hi
Shoutouts.
Liza.
Miss
Shout
Liza.
out to Liza, oh. 'Di ba?
And yeah, and I'm also like being sponsored by Solinco Philippines. So, I have to put this
Solinco.
logo here. Yeah. Shout outs to
Nice.
Solinco and Head. Thank you.
Nice.
And Under
Sino
Armour.
nga